Welcome again to the Darren Green Show, your one-stop shop for celebrity gossip, news and music, pop culture, and the latest gab on social media. Be sure that if you are watching this on YouTube, because this is the only place it's going to, okay, leave a comment. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, girl, what are we doing? Subscribe to that ZM channel. Okay, we do have to do some explanations, honey. I know y'all was expecting a Monday episode. It was horrible technical difficulties. Yeah, I had a episode potted up for you guys. I had a guest to come on, one of my good Judys from TikTok. We always have good conversations, but it was a technical difficulties. Her feed wasn't registering, and it just came out delayed, and it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing, and I had to scrap the entire episode, which I'm pissed off about it. That's what happens when you're doing content. Sometimes content gets corrupted, and you have to let it go and move on with the next topic. Now, for lack of a better term, we have to get into some things, though, because even though I did miss out on this podcast episode, it would have been dated because there's a lot of discussions going on now about this whole situation. You guys already know, y'all seen the title, y'all seen the thumbnail, whatever I come up with in the future, child. Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj, and apparently Beyonce, because you got to talk about the queen, because Beyonce sitting at home like,
so now why am I in it? And you could have did it.
See how I get wrong and
you never apologized.
okay, girl, it's a whole lie. And I'm just like, what we got to timeline everything. Okay. So on a chipper Sunday afternoon, I'm a little smizzed, I ain't gonna lie, child. I don't care, it's Monday, child. I get a little smizzed on Monday, honey. I had a couple of White Claws, so I'm a little fired up right now, but I'm coherent, honey. Basically, okay, it all started when it was announced that Kendrick Lamar will be headlining the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. Okay, I'm going to tell you what was said on the initial podcast, and then I'm going to give you guys like a more nuanced thought, because I did think about this a little bit more. Yeah, this announcement was very quick. It took months, you get what I'm saying, into the season for us to get an announcement of who's headlining. I remember there was one year, I want to say it was the year that last year that Rihanna performed. We didn't get an actual person to be set to perform until like the following year, if I don't remember. I'm not sure, but I do know this. We ain't never get an announcement this fast. I'm gonna tell you right now, it was very fast. It was I had my thoughts on it. I still got my thoughts on it. This decision was definitely manufactured. Did it have an agenda? Possibly. But I don't want to minimize the fact that Kendrick Lamar does not deserve to be here. You get what I'm saying? And some people had to check me. I was talking to my best friend, and other people were saying, you know what? Kendrick Lamar does have the catalog. Because at first I was like, does Kendrick even have the catalog to do this? You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he will never have the catalog. I'm just saying that he's not new, but he's still like making music, and I don't know, like it just made more sense to see an Usher perform. It made more sense to see a lot of the other artists, or maybe a Drake, or maybe what a lot of people are saying, a Lil Wayne. We'll get into that a little bit later. But I don't know. I just felt like, his catalog is just not there to be performing at one of the biggest nights in the world. And I'm not minimizing the Super Bowl, because even though I don't mess with NFL, but it is one of the biggest nights. And I think it's a slippery slope also, because now there isn't really much of a requirement. You get a cute little buzz here and there, you win a rap beef, and you get put on to the Super Bowl. Eventually they're going to have Ice Spice performing next year. So you get what I'm saying? I don't like that. I feel like people that perform at the Super Bowl, they had a plethora of musics, of bodies of work, of hits. Not saying that Kendrick does not have hits, but it is a little bit like I'm picking 5 songs. I'm literally seeing 5 songs that he can potentially play. This is going to be collab heavy. Let's be very clear. There's going to be some other people coming in and taking, the stage more than him, because he does not have, like I said, he does not have the catalog. He does not have the catalog. That's what we talked about on the podcast. That was the initial post, right? Some more news done came out, child. Okay. Some more information, but not more information came out, but there was conversations that have been had, okay, across the internet. There was a lot of people talking online saying that, we feel like Chris Brown should have performed, or it made more sense for Chris Brown. A lot of people were saying Lil Wayne, because the Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans. That is Lil Wayne's hometown. It just makes sense that Lil Wayne was going to perform. I agree. I cannot lie. I think that Lil Wayne has been around for a minute. He has not what is old. He's been around for plenty decades. I would say late 2000s into the 2010s, and he was still making music in early. We're still in early 2020s, but he came out with an album. I think he's dropping another album, another Carter album. I think that Lil Wayne had a lot of hits. He got a lot of hits on him. He has a big catalog. He definitely should have been considered. It should have been a conversation. The fact that we had his manager speak out, he basically him saying confused, disappointed, angry, but most of all, I'm inspired. We will never again be in a position or have the GOAT in a position where we are at the mercy of someone else's decision. And I think it continues, but I can't read on. But the manager spoke out. Everybody's speaking out except for Lil Wayne. I don't expect him to say anything. I think his peoples is gonna say stuff. Some other people done said stuff. We'll get into that a little bit later. In his defense, I think it should have been a conversation. The fact that it wasn't even a conversation, like the fact that the manager said something, he spoke out, that just lets me know that he wasn't even a consideration, that there wasn't even a conversation as to, okay, let's have, it just makes sense. It makes sense. It's in New Orleans. This is where he's from. Lil Wayne is a declarated artist. Despite whatever you think about him politically or his views and stuff like that, he deserved to be there. Yes, this is a little calculated. This is a little calculated. I agree. And then some more conversations came out. Girl, look, I'm fired up today, honey. We got Nicki Minaj. I got on my shirt because I just don't want y'all to drag me this episode, child. But if you got to drag me, I'm all for the dragging. She made some comments. She made some tweets. And this is where I get a little, okay, we're losing the plot here. We're losing the plot a little bit, right? So I'm going to read everything that I saw of hers. Basically, she made this tweet. The initial tweet that got people talking, because this was a clear direct hit at Jay-Z, because apparently ever since the whole beef with Meg Thee Stallion, and we'll get into that, we'll touch bases on that again, but ever since this whole beef with Meg Thee Stallion, I will say, it seems like in her rants with that situation with Meg, it seemed like she was taking digs at Roc Nation and more in particular Jay-Z. Nicki and Jay-Z are not getting along right now. Or I wouldn't say getting along, but Nicki is not feeling Jay-Z right now. Let's be very clear. So she made this tweet basically saying, denying a young black man what he actually put into the game for no reason but your ego, your hatred for Drake and Nicki got you pushing Lil Wayne, the GOAT. Polo was good. Eminem stood firm on having 50 Cent come out. A white man, blanket sad. House N-word tings, okay. But it's good for them. No loyalty. N-words will keep sunning you. Gag City DC, LMAO. And then she goes, I don't know what she was saying, child. She was saying some type of stuff. I don't know what that was. I don't, So basically, this was a clear shot at Jay-Z. Let's be very clear. I don't care what nobody says. It is what it is. This is a clear shot at Jay-Z. We got more tweets, okay? She said, tried to tell y'all, but y'all wanted brunch. Oh, this is a clear shot because we all know the conversation. Would you want a brunch with Jay-Z or $5,000, $500,000 or whatever? That was a clear shot right there. She also said, got everything in the world, still spiteful, evil, disgusting, be happy. She said, go be effing happy in rap business and women's business. You got the politicians and police. You good though. Plus that ugly Laffy Taffy alien. See, alien. Now I'm going to pass on that. Okay, let's move on. One N-word took a knee. The other N-word took the bag. He gonna get N-words in line every effing time. Now, when he said took the bag, I want to say she could have been talking about Kendrick Lamar here. Like, Nicki talks in riddles. And this is where I say we're losing the plot, because I'm like, Nicki, if you say what's going on, and if you're not going to say what's going on, keep it on the playground. Because it's a lot of innuendos. I done seen 3 different people that she done shaded with these tweets. And I'm not even going to name them because y'all already can fill in the blanks. You get what I'm saying? And then there was this one tweet that kind of, I ain't going to lie, it pissed me off, because I'm just like, okay, now what we doing? What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? Because there was a tweet that basically was D-Rod and Nicki basically saying, oh my gosh, she's so right, this, that, and the third. She's always, gonna be the one to tell the truth and all that. Nicki responded basically saying, yep, I never care by the time they figured it out, LMAO. It's good for them. Are y'all ready? Y'all know his next move is going to be to tell y'all that a certain someone is being treated so unfairly so they can go back into the trans. Okay, she's saying that Jay-Z got y'all under a trans. Now, this certain someone is definitely Beyonce. She's at this point, she is talking about Beyonce. And this is where I say that she is like, we are losing the plot, because what does this whole situation have to do about Beyonce? We got Barb's on Twitter talking about see, that's why she didn't get that award. She's being snubbed. Y'all making fun of the fact that this girl got snubbed at the CMA Awards. We don't care that she got snubbed at the CMA Awards. We know that she was going to get snubbed. We know how racist the country genre is and how they don't include black people, even though we giving them the numbers. That part, I say we're losing the plot. And it comes off, are you mad that Lil Wayne didn't really get it? Or are you mad that you won't have the opportunity to have that Drake, Wayne, and Nicki Super Bowl? Because I feel like that's where the aggression is. And y'all can fight me on it. At the end of the day, if she's not going to say what's going on, because at the end, and this is the question, therein lies the issue. What does Jay-Z have against Nicki? What is his problem with Nicki? What is going on? And if no parties is going to say what's going on, I'm inclined to believe it's one-sided, or that it's not a real thing and it's just like somebody's making it a thing. And I'm just saying we're losing the plot. I was with the whole thing. I still believe Wayne should have been able to perform and help, and maybe Drake too. Even though I don't like the damn Canadian, I said this on the podcast before I got scrap child. I don't like that goddamn Canadian at all. Not one bit. But I can see him performing at a Super Bowl before Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick just don't have this is definitely calculated. I don't know how this story is going to progress. We know that the Carters don't say nothing, but I just didn't. I found it very nasty that Beyonce is getting kind of thrown into this. And even if Nicki is not really like indirectly coming for Beyonce, the fans are taking it and running with it, because the fans don't, these fans ain't that, it's not on up here. It's not on up here, okay? So they're gonna think and try to sit there and say, oh, they're taunting her. They're saying, oh, she dropped another video with trying to promote Sacred to change the subject. I'm just like, girl, y'all, it's getting really stupid in here in these streets, honey. It's getting stupid in these Twitter streets. And like I said, we lost the plot. It's a lot going on. I don't know how, girl, the way Twitter is set up, it done drove me to get the hell up and make this damn video, because I'm like, girl, what is really happening, girl? What is really happening, girl? But being I didn't do an episode this Monday, I will give you guys a Thursday show, and we will reconvene this topic. I have more time to think about it, and we'll see how this story progresses. I don't see the Carters making any statements. I don't see Jay-Z making any statements. I don't see any other parties making any statements from here. I don't see this going anywhere. Let me knock on wood. Actually, let me knock on wood, because I've been dying for some topics. Let's be very clear. I see some other second grade celebrities talking about this, but I really don't see nobody else saying nothing about this. So it's not gonna make that much smoke. But I just felt that it was interesting that people are really coming into the conversation. I just have that question. What does Jay-Z have against Nicki or Drake? You get what I'm saying? Other than the fact that, okay, Jay-Z probably is looking at it in the sense that, according to public opinion in pop culture, Kendrick won that beef. Kendrick had the #1 song. Not Like Us is the most popping thing the most popping diss that dropped. It has more eyes. It had nobody's thinking about Drake's counter diss or whatever diss that nobody's thinking about Drake. You get what I'm saying? Drake lost. So he's looking at it, and I think Jay-Z is looking at it like, okay, he won, so I gotta give him the Super Bowl. It's earned. I think that's what it's looking when you look at it in a business perspective. Oh, of course, people would have showed up to watch Drake. People would have showed up to watch Lil Wayne do the Super Bowl, but I don't know. I think that the media really controls a lot of these companies. The media is really saying they're listening to Kendrick. Kendrick is what's up now. The Not Like Us really, like I said, is what it is. So he's probably looking at it in that business perspective, and that's probably why he invited Kendrick to do the Super Bowl. It is bizarre. It is something that we never heard of, and it is going to set a precedent for the following Super Bowl performances. Now everybody can get the damn Super Bowl performance. We're going to see Ice Spice. I'm telling you, that's just and let me knock on wood because I don't want to see that. But I'm just saying, like, who knows? Like, it's the bar is going to keep on going down, and that's what I care about. I don't really care about them going back and forth. The bar is really going to be set lower, and we're going to get more lackluster performances. Because let's be very clear, and I got to keep it honest. I'm keeping it honest on both sides, so y'all really can't get mad at me. But I don't think that Kendrick can hold us for 15 minutes of a halftime show. Like, there's going to be a lot of people sitting at home watching this and like, I don't know what I'm listening to. What is this? Why is he Crip Walk? What is Crip Walk? You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but you guys will tell me what y'all think about that in the comments, child. And I will get back with y'all with the next podcast episode, hopefully, child, girl, by Thursday. I don't work on Wednesday, so you'll definitely get an episode on Thursday because I have enough time to do content and stuff like that. Thank you so much for listening. Anyway, bye.